What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 16, Episode 16, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday afternoon. We made it to the weekend. We are here. Let's have a damn good one. All right, let's get started with yesterday's slate. Did not do too good. We went 4 for 6. 4 for 6, not too bad. Not terrible. Not terrible. I told you guys Tyler Loop was going to get two extra points. He had three of them. Those guys are balling out. Jacob Marseille for a single. He had two. He also balled out. Taj Brooks from my Bengals, who took the L yesterday against the freaking Eagles. He needed 31 rushing yards, and he had 26. I will listen to the people who keep telling me to stay away from preseason football. I promise you, no more. I'm done. On the plus side, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase looked like dogs, just like they are. It was good to see them out there. It was great. It was fun. Nas, hit Nas, you suck. You suck, Hillman. Nas Hillman. That's your middle name. Nas Suck Hillman. 1.5 3-pointers, and you didn't have one. Not one. Not one. Zero. Okay, we move on. Our girl, Sophie Cunningham, told you guys, 8.5. She had 18. 10 more points than what she needed. Great job. And Kelsey Plum, my God, good thing we took her for a little green goblin because she only had the 5. So she did clear that by 1. But like I said, 4 for 6. That was our main slip that we showed on channel yesterday. Yeah. This one's gonna rattle some cages right here. I did not show you guys. I don't think I showed you guys on stream. And if I did, I do not remember. Gavin Lux for a single against freaking Paul Skeens. He had a double and a single. O'Neal Cruz a single. He also had a single. Jacob Marseille, we already talked about that kid. He had two of them. Look at the next guy up. From my Bengals, Taj freaking Brooks. 31, bro. You had 26. Couldn't get us 5 more? Just 5 of them? Alyssa Thomas, you did your job. 42.5 fantasy score. She had 53.2. She's an animal. Um, that was 10 for 300. 4 for 5. We're scratching at the door, gentlemen. I don't know what else to say. We're scratching at the door. We have a ginormous slate again for MLB. There it is. Whee! It's a big one. It's a big one, and one game already started. You got the Reds versus Pirates. Chase Burns. We do have him on one of our gut slips today. I believe he has 4 strikeouts already, and it's the bottom of the second. The kid is absolutely killing. Whoa! I did not want to take Tyler Soderstrom because like 30,000 people took him. But before we get to that, next game would be Astros Yankees. We're actually staying away. Hunter Brown versus Cam Schlittler. I don't bet on these guys, the Astros or the Yankees anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. We're not doing it. Like I said, Athletics versus Orioles next game would have been Soderstrom going on the gut slip. There's too many people on him today on his props, and we actually have him. We're gonna go hits, runs, RBIs, but we had to take his fantasy score because they took it away. But Angels versus Tigers next game, you got Scooball pitching. He might go off for like 12 Ks against the Angels. He is also in our gut slip, but we kept Torkelson. Torkelson is on the gut slip. Scooble is on our strikeout slip. Um, but yeah, Torkelson 1.5 hits, runs RBIs, and then you got Marlins versus Braves. The next game up is the very first gentleman on our main slip. The game has started about 1 minute ago. Jurickson Profar leading off for us. 1 run. 1 run. I do believe Matt Olson brings him in. He does not have great numbers against the pitcher. Okay. He actually has terrible numbers. Like I said, I think he's 0 for 7 against the against Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera. Yeah, they already started, but Olson, Baldwin, and Ozuna are right after Jerks and Profar. Olson, I think, is 0 for 6. Baldwin does have good numbers against Cabrera, so I believe Baldwin brings him in. If Olson can't bring him in, Baldwin, Ozuna from the Braves, do your job, bro. Get it done. Figure it out. Next game up, Guardians versus White Sox. We're going back to the kid. Colson Montgomery, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. They gave it to us at plus money. We'll take that every day. So that's the next gentleman going on our slip. Next game, you got Phillies versus the Rangers. Absolute pitchers duel. We're not touching it. We're leaving it alone. You got Christopher Sanchez and Merrill Kelly. If Merrill Kelly was still playing for the Diamondbacks, I would absolutely fade him. But he's on a playoff contending team. So, like I said, that's a pitcher's duel. We're staying away. Christopher Sanchez probably has 7, 8 strikeouts against the Rangers. And Merrill Kelly might have a good game. Maybe the Phillies rock him, but we're staying away. Next game, you got Royals versus Twins. Only person going on this slip or on the gut slip is Wallner, Matt Wallner. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He has good numbers against Seth Lugo. The only reason why I was going to stay away, or why we're staying away, obviously, is because the Twins don't have any players. They traded everybody away. But Joe Ryan is pitching tonight. I think he absolutely deals. I think Seth Lugo deals as well. Hopefully, Wallner could just get a solo shot on his own. He is 2 for 6 against Seth Lugo with 4 strikeouts. That's why he is not going on the main slip. But I do have a little feeling about him. Matt Wallner, maybe he gets on, somebody brings him in. Mets versus Brewers, absolute pitcher's duel. Again, Kodai Senga with his his ghost fork, his that pitch that he throws, it's insane. It's nasty. And then you got Brandon Woodruff for the Brewers. There you go. That is going to be playoff atmosphere baseball right there. Very little runs scored. Next game up, you got Cubs versus Cardinals. Also, I don't know about the Cardinals, but Cubs, they're everybody's kind of fighting right now, I think. Kind of playoff atmosphere. I do have Suzuki on a gut slip, or the gut slip, but we're not taking him on the main slip. The next gentleman we have is Fernando Tatis going on the main slip. Red Sox versus Padres. Tatis literally always fails me, and it's not good. I'm kind of scared, but I'd be I'd be damned if I didn't take him today against Walker Bueller. 5 singles, 5 home runs against Walker Bueller. Something tells me that Fernando Tatis hits a home run tonight. I could be wrong, but that's the next guy going on our slip. Walker, I'm sorry, bro, former Dodger. Just throw it down the middle, brother. Just throw it down the middle, brother. Next game, you got Rockies versus D-backs. Mickey Moniak is going on the gut slip. Next game, you do have another, I hate to say it, but I love calling it that, absolute pitcher's duel. That could turn into a brawl, like offensive brawl, that is. Rays versus Mariners. Drew Rasmussen versus Luis Castillo. Maybe Big Dumper hits a home run. Maybe Caminero hits a home run. Who knows? We're not taking anybody from that game, at least for the main slip. You got Nationals versus Giants. Another guy going on the gut slip. Jung Ho Lee, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This was literally the first prop I saw of the day. So this might be my favorite prop of the day. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Um, yeah, Jung Ho Lee, get it done. Blue Jays versus Dodgers. Possible World Series matchup this year. You got Freddie Freeman, 1.5 total bases, is the next and the last guy going on our slip today. It's a four-man. We are riding with four gentlemen today to get the job done. We're not getting cute with it. It's going to be an amazing game versus Dodgers and Blue Jays. You got two goats going at it. Max Scherzer versus Clayton Kershaw. Like I said, possible World Series matchup. Freddie Freeman, 11 of 53. That is so many at bats against one person. They're so old. 11 for 53, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. Eesh. 16 strikeouts. Freddie, put one down the line, send it. I already know you. I actually think he gets a home run. I think all four of our guys can get home runs today. I think Jerks and Profar already started, so I'm not too sure about that one. But top of the first. Oh, Marlins, Braves. We still haven't had an at bat from Profar, so we're good. I will show you guys the main slip. Let's get into it. We went big on this one. Like I said, we're only going four gentlemen. I feel good about it. Like I say all the time, but I love it. You got Jerks and Profar for 1 run. Like I said, we're hoping that Matt Olson, Doug Baldwin, or Marcell Ozuna from the Braves brings them in. Then you got Colson Montgomery, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs against Tanner Bibby. Been pretty garbage this year. So Colson, get it done. Not too great against lefties. Bibby, that is. Hopefully he gives up a solo shot to Colson. Gets it done easy. Fernando Tatis, I don't like you, but I'm trusting you. The numbers are outstanding against Walker Buehler. 1.5 bases. I don't want to see you taking pitches. I don't need a walk today. I don't need a walk from anybody. Freddie Freeman, that goes for you too. 1.5 bases. Get it done, please, gentlemen. Get it done. You guys both have great numbers against those pitchers. Jurickson, be the guy that you are. Get on base. Let somebody bring you in. Colson Montgomery, Fernando Tatis, Freddie Freeman. Four gentlemen, $18 for 300 for this spectacular Friday night to pay for our golf tomorrow, to pay for the rounds of drinks that we'll be having. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. The gut slip will future Chase Burns strikeouts 6.5. He is at 5. He needs 2 more. Tyler Soderstrom 6 fantasy score. Spencer Torkelson 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Matt Wallner also 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Mickey Moniak 1.5 bases. He has outstanding numbers against Zach Gallen, who has also been garbage this year. So keep being garbage, Zach Gallen. Mickey Moniak, get the job done. Jung Hoo Lee, my favorite guy on the day. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This is the gut slip. As you can see, it's doing pretty good so far. Soderstrom, the only reason why I didn't want to go with him, there's like 70,000 people on his prop today. That's scary. $6 to pay 200. That'll also pay for the round of golf tomorrow. That'll also pay for the drinks that we're gonna be having. Why not us? Why not us? We could hit both slips today. I do want to show you guys a little strikeout slip because I mentioned Scoop Ball earlier. I got, like I said, Chase Burns, dog. Tamayosiki Sugano. He has 1. He needs 5 more. He's doing okay. Scoop Ball against the Angels. He needs 10. Possibly has 15 because the Angels, they're not too good. Christopher Sanchez, 7.5 strikeouts. Brandon Woodruff and Joe Ryan, these should be free. Woodruff for 4.5, Joe Ryan for 5.5. I don't see why not us. $3 to pay $3.82. That's like a Kit Kat, and that's like 2 Kit Kats. The way everything is priced these days. Anyways, those are the slips. This is the notebook signed by your boy Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday afternoon. Appreciate you guys watching. Lab Session 16, Episode 16, Bet with Juice. Please let's hit something tonight. Let's get it done. Peace out, guys.